Hey there, Ingrid, it's Ed here. It's 6th of May 2013. I'm over here at the Ninole farm and I was just getting the water system kind of back up and running. I think I optimized it as best I could for there's a couple more things I could probably do to get it in the best of shapes, but you can see it's running fairly well right now. I moved some ports around. I can show you real quick. I did a short video earlier showing the plants and stuff. A few of them are needing some watering. These ones here. So I'm going to hit them tonight before I leave. It's about 6:45 right now. And I head back tomorrow and get the rest. But these guys on these palms and stuff like that seem to need the most. These guys here, the other fruit trees and plumerias are doing still pretty well. Don't seem to be missing water too much. These guys underneath are doing all right. I'll hit those guys tomorrow. So basically figuring out the system and realizing what I needed to do to get it flowing more consistently and to get it corrected, I guess, if it needs to be corrected. So I didn't need chemo. I was able to get the ports that I put in at the right spots, I think, pretty much at the high points along the line. So, but here are the plants. The plants are doing all right. These guys, of course, the ones that are yellowing need a little more watering. It was raining a little bit last week, but not so much this week. So I'll hit the trays and get these guys maybe tomorrow. These ones along the fence are doing okay. So I'll walk through real quick what I did with the water line, so I can get to watering a few of these that are needing it. I tied up the flaps here. Basically the tent was getting ripped up with all the wind, so I tied the flaps up on both sides. There's some cows up in this area a little bit earlier today. So what I ended up doing was I moved this port that was here, or the port that was up a little bit higher. I moved that. I moved it down here to this spot. This is the low spot in the line. So that allowed to bleed the air out of the very lowest spot, or let the air out, bleed it out, basically. And then I ran a new line. You had some extra under the tent. So this is about where the port was here, or maybe a little higher, maybe right about here. So definitely wasn't at the bottom, and it wasn't near the top of this run. So I put new line in here, and I fitted another port, PVC. These are compression fittings. So I was able to rig this up. So I got these PVC sections here with a ball valve here so you'd be able to fill in the water here and fill up this line up to this high point, and then also fill up this line down, up to from this point, because it goes down lower from here. So that would keep the line filled up to here. And here's an access port. I had a little funnel and a piece of that pipe. Basically it was just a 1-gallon jug and a piece of that pipe on the end of it, so I was filling it up from there. But this also allows you to just open it up. You don't need any tools or anything, just a hand tighten it, and that still keeps the water seal and air seal. So I had run this up along the cliff line a little bit more, but I brought it back down. And well, it's getting a little dark. There was a shut-off valve here along the line. It was just a valve that allowed you to shut the water off. So I put another port in here with these compression fittings and this ball valve, and this keeps it pretty airtight, watertight. And it's another spot where you can bleed. It's a kind of a higher spot, so it goes up from down below there. So here's a spot where you could bleed the air out and fill the water back in. You know, if there should get air in the system again. And then, like I said, I ran it in the last video. I told you I ran it kind of along the edge of the cliff there. There's one other access port over there, but I didn't do anything with it. I just left it there. It wasn't leaking or anything. And I didn't really do anything else with the system after that. There's one other access port similar to the ones that I put in, except for it has the brass fitting. It's like the one that's at the very bottom. Basically, it's like the one that's at the low point of the line right now. So this is it up here by the top of the waterfalls. Sorry, it's getting a little dark. See if I can get so this is it right here with the valve. So I was able to bleed it there, bleed the air out, and fill it with water. As another spot, another port. And I didn't add any other ones to it. I was able to fill the line with water and bleed this section, the very topmost section. I was able to bleed that out and fill it with water just from the very start of the pipe. So, and I ended up putting it in this bucket here. I cut some holes in the bucket to allow kind of an isolated fill area. So that's some pipe coming in and filling it up here, and the pipe exiting it. So sorry you can't see it very well. That's the and with the two hoses running, it's basically not drawing down the water. It's staying pretty much right at the highest most level. So could probably open the other hose valve down there, and it would still not really draw the water down faster than it could fill up. So hopefully that'll keep the air and the air out and the water flowing without obscuring the inlet of the pipe, and keeping water flowing down to for watering the plants. So okay, this is another 10-minute video, so I'll sign off here and get this posted, and hope you're having a good trip, good travels, and look forward to hearing from you when you have a chance. Thanks, Ingrid, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.